Barbecue time. I'm gonna cut this, rinse this off, cut it in half. Then I'm gonna trim all this fat off so when I cook it, it'll be ready to slice without dealing with the fat later. It don't need the fat on, it'll be juicy. A lot of people leave the fat caps on and everything. That don't make it any better. Pork butts, I take the fat cap off too. It's still juicy. There's enough fat in the pork. It's not as much fat in the loin here, but they still come out good. All right, I'm gonna cut this in half and get on it. All right, just gonna trim this fat off. Grab a hold of it. Look where you're cutting. You might take a little bit of the meat with you, but a piece here and there ain't gonna kill you. Kind of drag it off. This is that real tough shit. You don't want to eat that. It won't break down. See this here? It's got that skin. This kind will break down. This shit here, just kind of like membrane stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the whole thing. Take all that fat off. Then we're gonna rub it up with some barbecue rub. Homemade rub. I ain't telling you the secret ingredients, but it's good stuff. I ain't gonna tell you what the hell's in it. You figure it out, you make your own damn rub. All right, I got it trimmed up. I'm gonna inject it with some rosemary and garlic. It's good for turkeys and stuff. You don't have to inject it if you don't want to, but it's good. Oh shit. Hold up. Goddamn thing. I keep saying I'm gonna buy a goddamn good injector, but I don't do it. So that's what the fuck happens. Use cheap shit. You don't have to inject it. If you don't want to, just do it regular. It's still good. That's good. I'm gonna give it a good coat. Usually I put olive oil on here to make the rub stick, or you can use yellow mustard, but as you can see, we don't need that. So I'm gonna rub it down, put it back in the fridge for a couple hours. Ah, it smells good. It's the only time I can rub my meat on YouTube and get away with it. Alright. You can let this rest all night if you want, or you can do it the same day. Either way. I'm going to let it go for a couple hours here. It only takes about 3 hours or so to cook one of these. That's one reason I'm doing this instead of ribs or a pork butt, man. I'm tired of taking 12 hours to do it. And this makes some good sandwich meat. Or sliced pork. Alright, I'm going to wrap that up in saran wrap. Gonna wrap it up. And give it a little rest in the fridge for a couple hours. And we'll throw it on the smoker at about 225 with some oak wood in it. I'll show you that. Shit. All right. All right, got the old drum out. Got about 13 coals in here. And the paper's ready. I'm gonna put it on the grill here and get it going. Light too many coals, you'll never get the fire down. So that's the trick to using one of these. You don't light but about 10, 15 coals. That way, because you can open up more air and let the heat in. There's the charcoal basket. I got it filled, and then I'm going to pour the hot coals in here and pull that out. Got some hickory chunks in there. I'm going to put one right on the fire too to get it smoking early. Just regular charcoal. I ain't using no fluid. And we'll be putting it in here. I'm gonna let it go for like an hour because I'm gonna go ahead and mow the yard and shit. It ain't been ran. This drum hadn't been run in a while, so I'm gonna let it run for about an hour and burn the shit out of it before I put the food in it. There's my pepper plants. I'm getting a bunch of these jalapenos and shit from. I got a tomato, 2 jalapenos, a cayenne, and a fucking habanero fighting for life over there. Ain't doing too good. And then the herb garden. Pretty cool. You just put the water in here and it self-waters it. The dirt stops here, so the water sits in the bottom. And it just takes as much water as it needs, man. That thing grows great. We got some thyme, some basil, and oregano. Shit's great to use. Get you a little garden. It ain't no Bo D garden, but it'll do. Need a cheap umbrella stand? Look at this. Cost under $10. Filled with concrete, cut it down to fit under the table. It's good to go. 2 years of the fucking thing blowing over every windstorm or whatever. I finally fixed it after the wood snapped. I had to fix that on the umbrella. Yeah, white trash innovation. All right, the coals are lit. Something down in here. Some wood on them good coals. drop it down in the drum. You let it get up, put the lid on, let it burn out for a little while. Open it like a valve, 2 valves. Valve open down here. I'm gonna let it get up to temperature, and I'm gonna go fucking mow the rest of this grass. All right. We're running a little hot. I got a digital one on here, and my analog would be a deep fryer one. But anyway, it's running 350, but I got the air shut down because I had the lid open. We're gonna put this sucker in. Then I'm going to put a probe in about an hour or so to check the temperature of the meat. I'm only going to bring it to 145 and then wrap it in foil and let it rest for at least an hour. Don't grab this stuff. It's hot. There's my temperature probe above the crate there. Closed. Now I got to weed eat. Let her do her thing. See a little bit of smoke? That's what you want. You don't want big clouds of white smoke or black smoke. You want nice thin blue smoke. You don't want to. That's everybody thinks you got to smoke the hell out of it. That's what ruins half your smoked foods. Don't need a lot of smoke. It's just the right amount. Come on, cook. It's getting there. It's at 136. That's what time it is, in case you were wondering. Still waiting. Time for a pop. It's like one of them beach commercials. Get you an Adirondack chair, get on it. Get after it. It's reading 145. Time to get her out of here. Wrap with some heavy duty foil. Wannabe thermopen. Yeah. Juicy, buddy. All right. Here's the deal. Get the fuck out. Flies are everywhere around. I know what's good for them. I'm gonna wrap it up real good. Wider foil, I guess. trick. Then you put it down in the cooler and let it rest for at least an hour. It's sitting there 3 or 4 hours, probably 3 hours. It's going to redistribute the juices, and it's going to be juicy as hell. You wait. So we got a couple hours to go, and then I'll slice it up. But that's it. Put it in the cooler, let it rest. You will not be disappointed with it. All right, out of the cooler. I took and put the juice in here. Save that juice. Then pour it on there after you cut it. Slice this baby up. See there, I need more light here, don't? See the injection? Yeah. Oh man. You see the smoke ring? See the pink around the edges? Oh man. Nice and moist. There. Oh man. And it ain't midnight. I'm eating before midnight. How about that? Good. All right, let me plate it up. Thinner. If I had a slicer, I'd cut it thinner. But it's good enough. All right, let me plate up. All right, there it is. Oh man, good stuff. Broccoli, mac and cheese, baked potato, hell yeah. All right. Time to eat. Here it is cut up after I cut it the right way. You hold with the left hand, cut with the right, right? Not the shit I was doing on video. Anyway, that worked a little better. Sliced up. Good stuff.